welcome to Southern Diecast Challenge. Alright everybody, today's race we have a 16 car drag race. Now this is on the way to find a car or two, maybe 5, to challenge the king. First up we got a 2011 blue Camaro going against a bronze Corvette Z06. We're going to have the Camaro in the near lane and we're going to set them off. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's go to that replay. Looks like the near lane. Oh yeah, Camaro won by car length. Sure did. No doubt about that. First round goes to the Camaro. So we're going to get our cars. We're going to go set them up for the second round. We're going to reset the launcher. And now the Corvette Z06 will go in the far lane, Camaro in the near lane, and here we go. Oh wow. Let's go to the replay. It looks like that 2011 Camaro just drove on away, beating the Corvette by another car length. Next up we have a 87 Ford Cosworth against an orange Corvette C6. Reset the launcher. The Corvette's in the far lane and the Cosworth is in the near lane. Here we go. Oh, let's watch this replay right here. That's a pretty close race, but the Corvette inches out the win. So the Corvette's going to win the first round. Now we're going to retrieve our cars. We're going to set them up for the second round. Reset the launcher. Cosworth is going to be set off in the far lane, and the Corvette C6 will be in the near lane. Here we go. Oh, let's go to the replay for that one. Right at this point, it's a pretty close race, but the Corvette wins by a bumper. So round 2 goes to the Corvette as well. Here we have a Porsche 911 RS against a, might as well say like an 83 Pontiac Firebird, which is a matchbox where the Porsche is a Hot Wheels. We're going to set the launcher, put the Porsche in the far lane, and the Firebird's going in the near lane. Let's set them off. Look at that Firebird go, I tell you. Here's the replay. Slow motion, of course. The Firebird pulled ahead clearly as soon as they left the gate. So the Firebird will win first round. We're going to retrieve our cars here and go back to the starting gate for our second round. Going to reset the launcher. And now the Porsche 911 will go in the near lane and the Firebird will go in the far lane. Here we go. Let's go to the replay. That was very tight. As they're coming down the hill, they are dead even. The Firebird tries to inch ahead, but it's a draw, ladies and gentlemen. The second round is a draw. So let's retrieve our cars and try this again. This will be the third round for these two. Going to put the Porsche 911 in the near lane and the Firebird in the far lane and set them off. Here we go. Oh, looks to me like that Firebird took off this time. Yes, it did. Won by a car length and a half. Firebird wins the second round. These are what I call my Fantastic Four. Now they're checking out the up-and-coming competition, seeing who wins, seeing who loses, seeing who they got to worry about in the future. But next we have a Mercury Cougar It's an oldie but a goodie. Still got a great paint job. And a 57 Chevy Bel Air 2-door. Let's see how these two match up. Let's take them to the starting gate. Get the launcher reset. 57 Chevy in the near lane, the Cougar in the far lane. And here we go. Oh, let's go to the replay. It kind of looked like the Bel Air was inching ahead. It did. As soon as it come down the middle of the hill, it took off on that old Cougar. Round one goes to the 57 Chevy Bel Air. So we're going to retrieve our cars and switch lanes. You'll notice I do that on every second round, because here we go with this second round. I like to switch lanes just to keep things even. So the Cougar's in the near lane. The Bel Air's going in the far lane. We're going to set them off. Here we go. Oh, let's go to the replay on that one. The 57 Chevy wins the second round. Next up we have a Mazda RX-7 and a Beach Patrol pickup truck. I like the styling of that RX-7. Takes me back to my high school days when a lot of people had those cars. Not only were they sporty, but great on gas from what I hear. Over to the starting gate we go. We're going to reset the launcher. Beach Patrol goes in the near lane in the RX-7 police car, or police cruiser. Here we go. Oh, let's go to the replay on that one. It looks like the Beach Patrol took off and won that one. Look at there. Absolutely, Beach Patrol wins first round. Now we're going to retrieve our cars. Go back to the starting gate for the second round. We're going to reset the launcher. This time the police cruiser RX-7 goes in the near lane, Beach Patrol in the far lane, and here we go. Oh wow, yeah, let's look at this replay right here. Even in the far lane, that Beach Patrol halfway down took off on the RX-7, winning the second round. Next up we have a rescue first responder truck and a 58 Corvette convertible. Now this Corvette's been in the family for a while, whereas this rescue duty is brand new out of the pack. Let's see how it does. We'll say new Hot Wheels against an old Hot Wheels on this one. We're going to reset the launcher. And the Corvette is going in the near lane. Rescue duty in the far lane. We're going to set them off. Here we go. Oh, looks like the Corvette about halfway right there just took off on the rescue duty pickup truck. Corvette wins the first round. We're going to retrieve our vehicles, change lanes of course when we get back to the starting gate. We're going to reset the launcher. Rescue duties going in the near lane, and the 58 Corvette's going in the far lane. Here we go. Round two. And don't forget, you can reach me at this email address if you would like your logo placed here during the race. This set right here, this set's been in the family more than 20 years, so it's got a nice home on the shelf near the races, near the action. If you'd like to advertise your YouTube channel, just let me know. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's go to the replay, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, even from the beginning that Corvette took off on the rescue duty. Sure did, and right there's the finish line. So the Corvette wins rounds 1 and 2. Clean sweep on that one. Next up we have a Pininfarina Battista and an 81 Camaro Z28. my favorite body style. I don't mind telling anybody that, but I sure do like the graphics and styling of this car. My word, that is slick. If I saw that car in person, I would stop and take a picture of it for real. So let's go to the starting gate. We're gonna reset the launcher, and the Camaro Z28 is in the near lane. Pininfarina in the far lane. Here we go. Oh wow. Let's go to the replay on that one because that is dead even right up. Oh, yep, it's going to be a draw on the first round. Well, looks like we're going to have to retrieve our cars, and maybe the second round will count because neither one of them finished across the finish line. So back to the starting gate we go. Reset the launcher. Maybe someone will win this time. We'll put the Z28 back in the same lanes they were, and the Pininfarina in the far lane. Here we go. Dead even. Oh man. So second round is going to be a draw as well. Let's look at this in slow motion. Look at that. I mean, they are dead even coming down the hill. Wow. But neither one crossed the finish line, so we have to call it a draw. I'm going to have to switch lanes this time around. Somebody's going to have to win between these two cars, or we're going to be here all day. So back to the starting gate we go. Reset the launcher. Pininfarina in the near lane. This time the Camaro Z28 in the far lane. Here we go. Oh, let's look at that on replay. Will one of them win this time? Let's hope so. Pininfarina's inching ahead. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Pininfarina wins by a bumper. So that's just going to have to count. That's 3 rounds. Camaro gets knocked out. And for our last race, we have the El Segundo Coupe. And that's about an 83 Ford Mustang. Those Fox bodies were fast, even in the beginning. This is a newer style car, the El Segundo Coupe. It looks fast anyway. Let's find out if it is. To the starting gate we go. Going to reset the launcher. Mustang is going to go in the near lane for round 1. El Segundo in the far lane. Here we go. Oh wow. Even in the replay you can clearly see that El Segundo took off right out the gate. Yep, definitely going to win this race by maybe even 2 car lengths. That's a win. Definitely. Round 1, El Segundo. Let's retrieve our cars. Go back to the starting gate. Reset the launcher. This time El Segundo in the near lane and the Ford Mustang in the far lane. For our last race of the day, who wins? Oh wow. Yeah, without a doubt. Even on this slow motion replay, you can clearly see El Segundo took off right out of the gate to win this one. Just as much as they won on the first one. Look at that. Yep, almost 3 car lengths.